Just do what you have to do.
I always do, Sam. I always do.
To start off the channel with its first review, we will start with one of my favorite games, Splinter Cell Conviction. Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction came out April 13th, 2010. Shit, this is 6 years old. For Xbox 360, Android, Microsoft Windows, iOS, Windows Phone, Mac OS, Bada, Ouya. What? Since when did this become a mobile game? Splinter Cell Conviction is a third-person stealth action adventure game, which is something people didn't expect to hear when they first revealed this game. However, what Ubisoft delivered, most people, including myself, were very happy with the final product.
Sam.
Who is this? How'd you find me?
You play as Sam Fisher, a retired third echelon spy who got out of the game after he killed his best friend for his country and his daughter got killed in a car accident. He is contacted by Grim, an old associate of his, who tells him his daughter was murdered, and if Sam works with her, she can help him get his revenge. So obviously, being the man with anger problems that he is, Sam gets back into the game. He learns that a man named Coben is the one who killed his daughter, so obviously he goes after him.
Andrew Coben, were you saying something about my daughter?
Oh, God, no. Yeah, I was just messing with you, man.
And then finds out everything goes a lot deeper than previously thought. It turns out a man named Reed had a plan to hurt the USA with the power of third echelon, so Sam has to step back in and save the day. Honestly, the story is a solid alright. I really enjoyed it, but there wasn't very much that stuck with me after I finished it. That being said, it's still one thing that's amazing about this game. I will talk about that later, but let's move on and talk about the graphics. This game is beautiful, especially for its time. The maps you go through are very well designed and have amazing environments. When you infiltrate a building and break down doors or start shattering windows, as you fall in to execute everyone in the room, every second of it just looks awesome. The game is properly bloody, it's not too much, especially when you kill someone, but it's just that right amount. I just love the look of this game. It's so calm and beautiful at some points, but looks crazy and chaotic at others. As you can tell, I love the look of this game, but how's the gameplay? Well, in short, it is perfect. Long gone is the age of sound and light bars. Welcome the new era of Splinter Cell. Now comes in a new version of the stealth action game, which tells how hidden you are when the colors switch to black and white. The game gives a tutorial by having Sam tell his daughter how he kills people, which is a very odd way to do it, but it still is a good way to tell you how to play the game.
When you're in the dark and your eyes get used to it, you can see all sorts of things around you really well. And then you can do stuff with them.
Like what?
Now take a look at your mobile. You can see it really well, right? If there were monsters standing underneath it, because I can see it, maybe I could make it fall on them and they'd go away.
And it would fall on their heads and they wouldn't be bad anymore?
That's my girl.
This is a very different Splinter Cell game than before, with a totally new way to play, and a new control scheme. Seriously, this new control scheme is so ridiculous at first, but when you get used to it, it is just perfect for the game.
I'm out of here.
And as for the gameplay, we get a new, very brutal, very violent Sam Fisher.
Looking for me, asshole. No more playing around.
In Conviction, there's a lot more ways that Sam can take on a mission, but it's not very often that someone doesn't end up with a bullet in the head, or a snapped neck, or even a chandelier in the skull. Some people don't like this new Sam, but I personally cannot get enough.
Okay, enough!
Things I didn't like. Some segments of the campaign were very linear, but most of it's very open, giving you more options, making these linear moments look a lot more obvious. And the game has some very awesome customization, lets you customize weapons and armor whenever you have the chance to. But the worst part when it comes to customizing the weapons, if you add a scope onto your weapon, you cannot take it off. Seriously, it is so stupid. You can turn an amazing gun like the AK-47 into this ridiculous 3-round burst gun you can barely use, because the scopes in this game are garbage unless you're using it for the silenced sniper rifle, which is basically an MP5 with a silencer. And it's too late. You don't realize it until after you play the game and you're like, oh, I don't want to use the scope. You can't take it off now.
Okay, ready? 3.
You go first.
Alright, 3, 2, 1,
go. Get those 2 guys right away.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Nope. It's okay, we did it!
Last but not least, this game has multiplayer. No, it's not Spies vs. Mercs, but this game has motherfucking co-op multiplayer, which has its own campaign and its own brand new characters in the series. Do you know how rare that is? It's stupidly rare. The co-op in this game works so well. Having 2 agents is so much better than 1. The co-op in this game actually has a ton of different modes that are relatively the same, but because they run through the same maps, it feels the same, but it's not a bad thing because there are tons and tons of things to do on this game. Also, the campaign isn't half bad either, being a prequel to the main campaign so that we are introduced to characters that are in Sam's story as well while we play through the co-op campaign. And it even has this amazing finale that I'll never forget, in which I have yet to actually see topped by any other co-op game. Seriously though, this game has amazing co-op, which could actually be couch co-op too, and I had so many memories from this game that I will never forget because of it, especially like my melee only run that I did years ago.
Alright, so melee's only. Hold down, put away your controller. Your gun, not controller. Use a controller. You need
Yeah, I'll
to
just put my controller away, no big deal.
You guys stinks.
Sorry, Sam. You're going to the Oval Office. You've got to dress properly for the occasion. Hands? You comfortable?
Fuck.
Get up. You've got an appointment with the president.
It's time for my final thoughts. I love this game, and I want to give this game my highest rating, but I cannot in good conscience, mainly because a couple things are holding the game back. I want to give it such a high rating because it has so much great detail and sound design and great visuals in this game. Heck, Sam Fisher's bullets, you can actually hear them fly through the air, run into anything that it's shooting at. You hear the bullet shells hit the ground, fly out of the gun. It is just so much detail. It is just game design 101. I will have to give this game a 9 out of 10. If only it would have let me take the scope off my shotgun and just have a little more memorable story, I would have given it a 10, but you know what? Maybe next time.
Delicious.